Hello everyone, Luke Smith here, and another double feature. Remember, I decided that Fridays is going to be a double feature of behind the mask videos. So this one is from July 11th of last year. Bernadette Green, updated on February 17th. I'm guessing this year. Affiliations: North Hants Hunt Sabs, Hertfordshire Hunt Sabs, Freely Beagles, Camp Beagle, Animal Rising. She's into a lot of fucking shit. Biggleswade, Bedfordshire. Bernadette Green is a Bedfordshire based Sab and NHS nurse. I bet you she goes out protesting. We need more money for the NHS and all that other bollocks. Who spends her free time disrupting legal activities in the name of animal rights activism. Sources tell us Green is a regular Sab with the North Hants, Hunt Sabs and Bedfordshire Sabs, but her activism doesn't end there. She has also been associated with the protest group Free the Beagles, MMBR, Camp Beagle and Animal Rising. Oh, she was a part of the Grand National Protest. Okay, that's why I recognise her name. Green was charged by the Merseyside Police on the 10th of July 2024 with intentionally recklessly causing a public nuisance while protesting at the Grand National in 2023. The protest was organised by animal rights group Animal Rising, delayed the start of the horse race by 15 minutes. The protesters gained entry to the course and, in other words, they trespassed, as an offence, and tried to scale a perimeter fence by gluing themselves to one of Aintree's obstacles. How can you scale a fence if you glue yourself down? These animal rights activists are not that intelligent, are they? Police arrested over 100 people and has charged 20, including Green. She is due to appear at the Selverton Magistrates Court in August. I'm guessing that was already gone, August. Interestingly, Animal Rising announced prior to 2024's Grand National that it would not be targeting the event again, because it got into trouble that time, didn't it? And that the group is indefinitely suspending its campaign of direct action against racing. Yeah, good luck with that. By way of a explanation, a spokesperson for the group said that the public sentiment towards racing has changed, and they don't want racing to be a part of the fabric of British culture going forward. Well, too late, it's always been a part of Britishness. Perhaps a more likely reason for their no-show was the fact that 118 protesters were arrested last year, so they don't fancy doing it again. Yeah. Supports convicted criminals. Green's protesting activities means she interacts with a questionable crowd of characters, including convicted criminals Mel Bowington and Sam Morley. Bowington is a long... Yeah, we already know what Mel does for a living. Upon his release from prison, tried processes and stabbing. Green set up a GoFundMe for donations after he was injured while stabbing in 2020. Guess what? Healthcare is free in this country. You don't have to raise any money for it, you fucking idiot. Describing him as an honest and kind, committed friend, even though he's like a terrorist. Mel is a terrorist. And Chris Packham as well, because they're both licking each other's arseholes. This same man who was jailed in 2010 for conspiracy to commit arson. Bowerton established a long-term protest outside the acres of Cambridgeshire. Green was listed alongside Bowerton in an injunction against him in November 2021. Also listed in the MMBR Acres injunction of 2021 is Sam Morley. In August 2023, Morley was convicted of aggravated trespass at the Sandon Shot near Stafford area, which he and two others were fined £30 £3,500 with a conditional discharge of 2 years. So yeah, another dodgy one to look out for in the Bedfordshire area. She works as an NHS nurse, so who's she been abusing? Who's she been giving the wrong pills for? That does look like a psycho face as well. So the next one is a new one, posted a day ago. J. Tiernan. Affiliations: Stop the Cull Hunting Leaks, Stop Huntingdon Animal Cruelty, Animal Liberation Front. Tiernan, birth name Gamel Ibn, British name, if I saw one, get him deported straight away, he's not English. Rose to infamy through his Stop the Cull campaign and has a colourful CV: convicted fraudster, criminal saboteur, and allegedly the brains behind the doxing site Hunting Leaks. Which is weird. This is what this page is doing to them. Now we're even. The site was dedicated to publishing the personal details of Hunt subscribers and their businesses, with clear intentions of encouraging extremists to harass them. Farmers and livestock owners who have suffered under Tiernan's hands may wonder what he actually understands of the countryside ways and the realities of farming. The answer is presumably very little. Tiernan was born in not-so-rural Hammersmith, London. Oh, he's a fucking townie, is he? Absolute filth. And the son of a wealthy Lebanese property developer, Abdul Dirabin. Funny name, man. So he's Lebanese then, even though he's white for some fucking reason. Terrorist. It has also been revealed that Tiernan is a convicted fraudster. In 2003, he was handed an 8-month suspended sentence for submitting claims for £3,000 to the Department of Education for training students when he actually was on holiday in Greece. Did Ebo change his name to try to escape his fraudulent past, to better himself as an animal rights martyr? We can only assume so. Hunting Leaks. Tiernan may be best known for behind the mask readers as being linked to Hunting Leaks, a website created to dox subscribers and members. Personal phone numbers and exact addresses were published online, with Sabs and antis encouraged to target and harass individuals. Tiernan and his gang encouraged supporters on social media to ring up people all through the night, because they got nothing fucking better to do apparently, bombarding and harassing them. Their publication of their exact addresses was another scare tactics. They do know that most countryside people have guns, right? Like that is a thing. Criminal convictions and disregard of farmers. Tiernan is the proud holder of multiple criminal convictions for offences including aggravated trespass, criminal damage and fraud. Most of these convictions date to his illegal activity while trying to disrupt the badger cull in 2010s. In August 2013, Tiernan was arrested for trying to gain access to Defra compound in Gloucestershire. Another illegal activity. Like he does love to break into perfectly legal businesses, doesn't he? In January 2015, he was found guilty and slapped with a suspended sentence of attempting to disrupt a cull, harass officials on the National Farmers Union (NFU), and failing to inform his supporters about the terms of his injunction. Tiernan even boasted to the BBC that he owed NFU £120,000 in legal costs. It is not known if that money has been paid. I bet you it didn't. I bet you he went for like bankruptcy, so he didn't have to pay it. Tiernan's arrogant dismissal of the work of the NFU is a blatant disregard of the issues faced by British farmers. The badger cull was deemed necessary to halt the spread of bovine TB, a devastating disease that led to thousands of cattle being culled each year. and the discrimination of rural livelihoods. The eradication of this disease is something the rural community takes very seriously, but when have animal rights activists ever actually cared about rural communities, their livelihoods and their way of life? In fact, when asked in 2015 if his criminal activism would hurt farmers, Tiernan said, "I really hope it does. Not only in terms of sales, I hope it saps morale." Well, here's the thing for you. Get rid of farmers, then where's your food going to come from? Like, not even meat either. Fruit and vegetables, corn, that kind of thing. You'll be fucked without farmers, boy. You Lebanese prick. Chick murderer. Tiernan's ignorance of farming practices was demonstrated in the most violently, when his behaviour resulted in the death of 3,000 pheasant chicks belonging to a 23-year-old farmer in Kent. Tiernan's social media posts and campaigning directly encouraged the vegan oh, he's fucking cunts again. I really hope they all get their fucking chops cut off. Encouraged the vegan protests that caused the killing of these birds after activists cut their fencing and gas pipes. So yeah, they basically killed birds on purpose, in other words, leaving hundreds of week-old birds dead or gasping for food and water. Animal lovers? Apparently not. Well, we all knew that vegans are absolutely hate animals. Attempted COVID cash grab from the elderly. Here we fucking go. It gets weirder every single time I read this shit. During the height of COVID-19, on a Facebook post on Stop the Cult, Tiernan encouraged the most at risk from succumbing to the disease, the elderly and people with chronic illnesses, to consider leaving money to the hunt saboteurs. Yeah, put money in your will for me, boy. Association HSA in their will that's the thing, because that's what the RSPCA wants people to do. You leave us money in your will, fuck your family. Tiernan admitted that his beg was very morbid, but that didn't stop him from particularly targeting individuals with living with conditions like high blood pressure and diseases. Isolating during COVID must have been very scary and unsettling enough for people in the most high-risk groups. Without shameless cash grabbers, remember he is a convicted fraudster, like Tiernan, reminding them of their morality and begging for pennies once they're dead. At BTM, we find this behaviour particularly disgusting. I don't know if he's been on the news for that kind of thing. Judging by the comments, Stop the Cult's usual supporters are pretty horrified at Tiernan's shameless begging. Yeah, even his own people hates him for that. Involvement with to stop it all, Tiernan has been linked. To top it all, Tiernan has been linked to the infamous Stop Huntingdon Animal Cruelty campaign against Huntingdon Life Sciences that was operational until 2014. It was one of the most violent and notorious animal rights campaign in UK history, which targeted HLS scientists carrying out life-saving research at the Institute in Cambridge. At times, it had in its ranks notable Sabs, Lynn Sawyer, Paula Lamont and Emily Hepburn. The criminal campaign against these scientists included false allegations of child abuse, sending hoax bombs, and delivering sanitary towels allegedly contaminated with the AIDS virus to traumatise staff. How did they get the AIDS virus? Like, was it from the Sabs themselves? Do the Sabs have AIDS? I mean, that's probably correct. They do have AIDS. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. All Sabs have AIDS. The campaign became so violent that it included extremists planting both fake bombs and real explosives into scientists' cars. Yeah, like I said, Sabs are terrorists.
Other vehicles were set on fire and windows were smashed. What a terrorist thing to do. At one time, HLS Managing Director Brian Klaas was severely beaten outside his home by 3 masked Sabs, proper cowards, using axe handles, who among was extremist David Beckenslop. In a separate incident, the company's marketing director Andrew Gray was attacked with a chemical spray in his eyes and beaten. And these people walk among us. Proper terrorism right there. So, I think that'll be it for today. Nice, like, what was it, 15 minutes, 15 and a half minutes? So that was 2 new readings, well, 1 old one and 1 new one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I will be making 2 videos for tomorrow. One will be made tonight while this is going up. I also need to make a TikTok video tonight as well. So I hope you enjoyed these videos, and I'll see you guys next time.